The table shows the neck lengths for 4 giraffes in the long-necked Friends Sanctuary. Which 2 giraffes have necks that have the same length when rounded to the nearest tenth? Well, I noticed this was a rounding question, so I'm going to need my rounding steps. I also noticed that it said the tenth place. That's where we're going to round to, so that'll be our target for each number. And we're going to be looking for which 2 giraffes have the same length after we round them. So let's start with Mittens, and I'm just going to rewrite it here just like you're doing on your paper right now, because you're supposed to be doing this with me. Step 1 says to underline the target, and we said the target's going to be the 10th place, so we underline there. Then step 2 says look to the right and circle it. So I'm going to look to the right and I'm going to circle the number to the right of the target. Step 3 says look at the circled number, it's a 3, and if it's between 0 and 4, we keep the target the same. And 3 is between 0 and 4. So we're going to keep the target the same, just bring it straight down. Then remember everything on the left comes straight down as well, so the decimal and the 5 come straight down, and everything on the right you just leave behind. Next, let's try 5. Like you're doing on your paper, 5 and 725 thousandths. Step 1 says underline the target, which is the 10th place. So in this case, it's a 7 in the 10th place. Step 2, look to the right and circle it. So to the right of that is a 2. I'm going to circle that because it's to the right. Step 3, look at the circled number. So the circled number is a 2. If it's between 0 and 4, keep the target the same. And it is. It's between 0 and 4, so I'm going to keep the target the same. That means the 7, the target, comes straight down, and then everything on the left comes down as well. Next up, we'll try stretch. So make sure you're doing these on your paper. In fact, I want you to pause the video and try rounding it on your own. Remember, round to the 10th place. Step 1 was underline the target, the 10th place. Step 2, look to the right and circle it. Step 3, look at the circled number. If it's between 0 and 4, keep the target the same. And it is, so I'm going to keep the target the same. Then I bring everything to the left, down. And I'm done. Now let's try the last one, Zippy. So 5 and 657 thousandths. And again, I want you to pause the video and try it on your own, and then unpause when you're ready to check. Step 1, underline the target. It's still the 10th place. And again, it's the 10th place because it told us up here. Look to the right and circle it. Then step 3, look at the circled number. It's a 5. If it's between 0 and 4, well, it's not. It's a 5. If it's between 5 and 9, we're going to add 1 to the target. So we do need to add 1 to the target this time. And 1 plus 6 gives us 7, so we bring that straight down. And then everything to the left comes down. So the decimal and the 5 come down. And that's our answer. Now let's go back and think about what we were looking for. We were looking for which 2 giraffes have the same length when you round them. So looking at these numbers, we have 5 and 6 tenths, 5 and 7 tenths, 5 and 7 tenths, and 5 and 4 tenths. I notice that these 2 are the same. So if I follow them back up where I got it from, this one was Zippy, so Zippy's one of them, and if I follow the other one, that was Spot. So my answer is Zippy and Spot have the same length necks when you round them.